Next, I would like to call Jeffrey Hyde to the podium. Jeff earned undergraduate degrees in both pre-law and education, as well as a law degree from Penn State. The author Fran Lebowitz said, "If you are truly serious about preparing your child for the future, don't teach him to subtract, teach him to deduct." Jeff learned that lesson well. He is a senior tax counsel for General Electric Company and is one of the foremost experts on state tax policy and tax issues in the United States. When Jeff joined General Electric 15 years ago, he was charged with the mission to build and oversee the state and local tax practice for GE Capital Corporation, the financial services segment of GE, and one of the world's largest commercial leasing, consumer financing, and equipment management companies. He now focuses on state tax policy matters at the federal and state government levels. Prior to joining GE, Jeff was a partner with Arthur Andersen, where he led the company's state and local tax practice for Washington, D.C. Jeff has remained active at Penn State, and he serves as a member of the College of Liberal Arts Development Council and the Political Science Alumni Board of Visitors. Jeff and his wife Sharon have generously supported students and faculty in the liberal arts and athletics. It gives me great pleasure to recognize Jeff Hyde with the Alumni Fellow Award.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank the College of Liberal Arts for supporting me and thinking of me, Dean Welsh for further supporting me, and the Alumni Association for choosing me to be a fellow. I'd also like to thank my family who have been with me all along and who are sitting back there at lucky table number 32. When I got the call from the dean and the number came up and I recognized it as a Penn State number, I assumed it would be something dealing with either the board or the development council. And when I answered and the dean said, "Jeff, this is Dean Welsh," there was silence because, frankly, I thought she found the incomplete grade and I have to take a test. And then she said, "We're making you a fellow." I was stunned. I've read the list of people who make this list every year, and I sit back and go, wow. And then I got the list of people who were named this year, and I grew up very, very close to here. I grew up in a little town just a little ways away called Tyrone. Everybody who went to Penn State knows Tyrone. Yes, we were the stinky little paper mill town down the road. But I saw there was actually another person from Tyrone on the list, and I thought, oh, must have been Tyrone's year, you know. So they picked a bunch of us. So we're small, but we're mighty. We produce a lot of good, and Judge Smith will be a greater testament than I was. But what I really, as a first-generation college graduate, my brothers and I, there were issues of whether or not we'd even go to college. And my parents made sacrifices, and we were very, very fortunate. We had a major university in our backyard. I mean, we grew up with family all around the area State College. We basically grew up in the shadow of Old Main and Beaver Stadium. So it was a natural. Where else would we have gone? And we got here. But it wasn't until I left Penn State that I fully realized what the value of the education you get here can create. And the Penn State guidance, I mean, it guided me through school. It guided me to grow up. It guided me to look at the world figuratively and literally in a new way. And it guided me into my career. And for that, I'm always very, very grateful. But even more importantly to me was the fact that Penn State guidance is still pushing me today to be a better person at what I do than at what I was yesterday. And that's what stuck with me from the Penn State education. So again, I am very, very happy and proud to be a Penn State alum, and I am truly delighted to be a Penn State Penn State Association Alumni Fellow, along with my fellow fellows. So, thank you very much, and enjoy.